Hafid Lycan, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we made it through to 95,000 population. We made it to Megalopolis, was our milestone that we missed the fireworks with. We're just going to continue expanding out, try and keep building the city, try and get up over 100,000 this episode. Planning to pop in some smaller roads, get some zoning on the go. Oh, our academic year report is through. We've made it up to prestigious, so that must be the last stage. That's us up to a 5-star university now. So we've unlocked some new buildings. I presume the School of Engineering is going to be a decent size. We've also got the Technology Museum. I'll have to pop that in somewhere as well. It's maybe to display our academic works. We'll get our area painted out over here, just to give us a little bit more room, rather than trying to move things around or delete things in the space we've already got to fit in these extra buildings. I think we can splash out with a bit more room over here. Yeah, this building isn't so big. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Being the last stage, I thought it was going to be absolutely massive. I don't think we need like 10 book clubs. I think we can maybe delete this one, make room for a path. Again, we'll make a decent overpass for the highway, get the students from the dorms over to this new building. Maybe run a path back to the other road as well. And we can maybe fit more things along here. We'll see what we've unlocked. Got the Trade School Media Lab. It's quite chunky, we'll pop that in on the road. Beach Volleyball Club, well, we're nowhere near the beach, but it's fairly small, we can get it on the path. A statue, that's quite small, nice and easy. That's us. Maybe fit something else in, maybe another bookstore, we can get in on this path. Save them having to go so far to get their books. I'll trim this area down a bit. Save me wanting to put in another 10 book clubs or something. Fit our museum in here. Nice and neat. People can come along, tourists, visitors can come along and see all the academic works we've made. Get our water pipes extended out. Looks like our coverage is good. I don't think we need another pump yet. We'll try and complete our zoning. Get a few paths in. Just want to try and maintain a safe distance for the housing, away from our loud commercial areas, our tourism and our leisure areas. With the airport and the train station, there's a lot going on here. We'll use a few more of these healthcare buildings and parks, just to sort of reinforce the boundaries between our areas. Try and block in some of the noise. That should keep us going for the meanwhile. So a few more people move in. These guys seem to be still complaining about rubbish, even though they've got 2 incinerators right next to them. Maybe pop in another one, but if 2 aren't doing it, I don't know if 3 will. We'll throw a few more in. Keep our coverage good. Same with these fitness buildings. Our 6 citizens have gone down from 8 to 7, just popping these in. Hopefully we can try and get that down to nothing at all. In an ideal world. In the utopia we're supposed to be creating. Maybe have a look at our budgets. We'll get education turned up to 100%. Again, not 100% in the night time. I haven't seen a big backlog of trains or metro, so I think we can up this a little bit. Policies, maybe want to turn on parks and recreation. It increases the land value a little bit around them. Should make people happier. Keep them moving in. Oh, we've got a trampoline for Hospital Park. It's eventually made it up to level 5. Can get on harsh prison sentences maybe. That'll stop all the bad guys getting out and reoffending. Stop cop cars filling the streets. Maybe book fair, since we are using the libraries. Maybe more appealing, get more visitors into the libraries. The city planning side of things, I don't know, I think workers' union, I think that increases happiness a little bit. Keep people happy, keep them moving in. I think industry 4.0 as well. That means that our highly educated people can still work in the industry buildings. And with us having eventually 3 universities, we're definitely going to want everyone to be highly educated. We'll have to try and see if we can catch a match. When it's animated, it looks pretty good. Oh, the second I look away, power problems. I think we can keep putting the budget up a little bit at a time, rather than splashing out on another power station quite yet. If we up the budget here, we might be able to get rid of that last few 6 citizens. This might help with our garbage issues as well. Stop people complaining. Disconnected power grids? I don't think so. Pretty sure everything's connected fine. Oh, we haven't connected our museum and our university stuff. Oh, looks connected. And it looks like we're making enough electricity. So we'll just connect it across and see if that helps. Maybe a problem with the flow of the electricity. I think we can make an interesting platform across here to get people across, since this roundabout's getting pretty busy. We'll just use the smaller elevation step like we did before to make these paths not so steep. Now around the top we might want to do something slightly different, rather than doing the same thing again. Maybe we would take the path from here and we sort of bring it straight up and across, and do the same on the other side. That looks pretty good. Something a bit different for them. Get some more small roads in so we can keep on zoning. A couple of medium ones in to chop up some of these bigger spaces we've got still. I want to put more residential in this sort of space, far enough away. Get them some power. Again, it doesn't look like it's covering all the way to them. It's definitely issues with the flow, I think. Let's see if we can get some buildings in along here and it might connect the power across, get a better flow to them. Getting police and fire. Oh, it looks like we need a fire station here anyway. I can maybe get in a school or 2. I think we're nowhere near getting a second custom university set up. I want to pop in a standard university for them somewhere. Get the smaller high school in. And some more garbage cover. Maybe use a couple of these different parks. This one's a small playground. Rather than using the same large park all the time, we'll mix it up a little bit and try and use a couple of these. Unique buildings, we've got the Donut Mall. That looks amazing. Looks like something out of Springfield. Get that in. It does have a radius for noise pollution, so we'll try and encase this with a couple of car parks. I think it'll suit the look of the mall anyway. Get another one in here. This one's slightly larger, but that's fine. Get another car park in. And we'll get some death care services along here. I don't think we're going to do much more with this road because it's busy enough for the traffic. Don't think we need to put any shops in it or anything. Let's try and get rid of these 6 citizens we've got, the last few. Keep up good healthcare coverage. We don't have that much demand. Things are building in, slowly but surely. Our numbers are creeping up. We're approaching the 100,000 population mark. Since we're not coming over the top, I don't think we need to match up these paths. Can have it slightly off-center. Slightly different look. It looks a bit more natural, I think, that way. We can connect up these areas across. Let's make it easier for people to walk through from where we're going to put the housing in. Yeah, I think we're developing a good space. Again, we just need to sort of create boundaries along these sort of noisy areas. Use up some of these healthcare buildings. We're down to 4 sick citizens now. We're getting there. Yeah, I think it might be time to up the budget again on the power. Again, just a touch, sort of 5% at a time should do it. And just a couple more of these child healthcare and elder healthcare services in. We're so close to the 100,000, sort of hovering around that mark for ages. See if we can get in a couple of more unique buildings. We kind of want to put this one in to work our way up to getting the fusion power plant anyway. That's something we'll want in the medium term. Stop us putting in a whole bunch of extra power stations. That'll be far enough away from any potential residential we pop in over there. Get this road connected up because it doesn't seem to have any purpose yet. It's just a road to nowhere. Looks slightly better now. Maybe have a narrow area in here for noisy commercial buildings. Again, trying to keep our distance away from the houses. Trying to fill up this space here with something. Maybe another road just running up the side. Maybe paint another area. We can maybe have both types here. Don't know if there's a difference between how noisy they are, but the tourism buildings, like the hotels, you know, they're taller. I get the feeling they would be noisier, so we'll have them further away and have the leisure buildings slightly closer. Have this sort of shape to it. That should be enough distance. Hopefully it's not gonna create too much noise pollution. Yeah, our population growth seems to have leveled off. It really doesn't want to give me the 100,000. Sitting on 99,000 for ages. It's been going up and down. It's been getting really close and then back down by a few hundred again. Hopefully with all these elder cares and child care buildings going in, it should help people live longer and have bigger families, so we should be doing everything right to help keep the population up, keep it growing. Certainly popping in enough housing for them. Try a few more of these. Pretty sure we don't have any more power problems. No, it is connected across here. See if we can pop in this other unique building. That gets us towards the Eden project. It's not as important, but we may as well use it up. It's available to us. We can't get it in this corner. It just means we have to put commercial on the other side of the road rather than residential. It's no biggie. We get that filled up. We get the name Belmont Heights changed. Get that changed to Carl Heights. Someone else I've not seen for a while. Our hospital park got to level 5, so we've got the trampoline park. That's going to go in there. That's nice and easy. It's been a long time coming. The hospital park getting up to level 5. Clear this space a little bit. Then we can make our secondary zoo. I promised us we would get the secondary zoo with the elephants. We've got our area painted in. We've got our gates set up. I'm just wiggling the fence here, we'll move it. Make sure it's nice and aligned. I'm not taking the paths very far into the park because we're going to set up a few enclosures first. And then connect the paths to them, rather than being sort of restricted. So we get the first one in. The second one needs to go to a path, so we can attach it to the first one. Try and line it up so we can get a path around the outside if we need to. The third one needs to go on a path. We can maybe get that on the side. If we avoid our little bit of path coming in, we can maybe take the path around the back. Create a more interesting shape for the path. I think that's quite far up enough. It's not going to quite let me go to where I want to. I'll come slightly further out. Connect round the back. Again, this one's sort of free floating. I think we just tuck this in the corner and then go straight for the elephants. Make sure we get them in as a priority. That's fairly big. We can get it in on top like we did here, or we can make it a sort of centerpiece. I think we should get it sort of right in the middle here and build the rest of the park sort of around it, with it in the middle. Giraffes are the second most important in my opinion. Get this lined up against here. Can maybe get paths around the outside of it again. Get all the paths connected up. Get the monkey palace in here. Still got a few things to unlock by reaching level 5, so we'll maybe leave this secondary zoo with a bit of space. Then if the first zoo gets up to level 5, we can go ahead and pop them in here, because we won't have space in the first zoo for them. Lions and rhinos. We'll get a few little buildings in this one. Standard stuff. The plazas and the restrooms and the cafes. A souvenir shop. That one's slightly chunkier. That one in along here. Get a restroom in just as people are leaving. Maybe get another one in on this corner. Fits on the top nice here. Get some signs in. I like to use these cross signs where the path splits up, and the other sort of bigger, flatter signs at the entrances. And the picnic benches, I like to get them in as well. And free spaces again around the corners and along the paths. Extra places for people to sit and eat. I also like to get stuff from the other parks menus, like the cotton candy stand from the amusement park menu. So you can put any of the items from any of the parks, vice versa, mix it all up, you know. In the city park, I like using the food stalls and the ice cream van. Again, any bins from any of the parks I'll do, but I like to pop in extra bins from popping in extra food stalls, etc. Again, it all helps with the beauty of the park, helps it level up. All the little drops and stuff. We're losing students. Don't think it really matters now that we've hit greatness. Once we've got to the last level and we've placed those last buildings in, the game can't take them away from us. So I think we're fine. Don't think we need to worry about getting more dorms in and have all these people go to that university as well. I think if we hang fire for a bit, we'll get the second university area set up. I think that might be in another tile. Don't think we need it so close to this one. So we'll get our prices down for our secondary zoo, down to 5 like the first time. Policies will be all the same as the first time we did it. I think we should make this our main park though. And we'll add an advertising campaign. We'll really get everyone in here. We'll try and attract as many people as possible. This can be Layla Wildlife Park since it's so close to the other zone, Layla Park. Just be an extension of the airport. Layla can be in charge of both, I'm sure she'll like that. This area pretty much zoned out. Again, we've still not made it past the 100,000, so keep adding these buildings, the elder care and the child care. See if we can just tweak the population a little bit to get us over that line. We've still got 1 sick citizen, so we'll keep adding the healthcare buildings as well. But we're almost there, we're pretty close. Plaza in here across the road from our graveyards. Maybe we can get another park fitted in here as well. Help seal off that area from the noise for our friendly neighbourhood park. Get the botanical gardens in here. That's quite nice to look at. We'll get power, go into it with just a bit of zoning. People are still moving in. We're just touching over the 100k. We're going to get in this alternative university building just to help with our capacity needs for university education until we get our second campus area on the go. Going to get some more post offices popped in. Spread around, trying to get a little bit more coverage. It's got a fair few areas that are showing up as red. I want to get another second sorting office at some point. We've got a big industrial area that wants it. Still getting red around the university. So we'll try and get them popped in around where we've got spaces. I seem to really like that one. We're down to 0 sick citizens. That's pretty good. We've made it 96% health, 97% health. People are pretty healthy. We've no sick kids, no sick elders. Right, we just need to maintain it and keep it like this. Looks like we're staying over the 100k. Might be the best place to leave it here for this one. Do come back next time. Looks like our wildlife park is leveled up, but it didn't give us a pop-up. I think once you're making your second set of custom parks, it doesn't give you the notifications, because you've already hit the milestones for the first one, so there we go. We'll come back next time, keep expanding out. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.